Imagine opening an ancient book and finding a name that appears only once, yet somehow changes the meaning of everything around it. No birth story, no death story, no parents, no children. Just a blessing, and then silence. That unsettling mystery belongs to Melchizedek. Long before skyscrapers, before nations and borders, before history was carefully written down, people lived in a world filled with danger and wonder. Storms could destroy lives. Hunger could wipe out families, and war could erase entire cities. In that world, people searched for something solid, something higher than fear. And then, suddenly, Melchizedek appeared. His name means King of Righteousness. He was also known as the priest of the Most High God. That alone is strange. In ancient times, priests came from special families. Their role was passed down from father to son. But Melchizedek had no recorded family at all. No background. No explanation. Yet he carried authority. Then comes the moment that makes people stop and ask questions. Abraham, strong, brave, chosen by God, returns from a great battle. He has just defeated powerful kings and rescued his people. He is victorious, confident, respected, and then he meets Melchizedek. This mysterious priest-king brings bread and wine, simple gifts, yet filled with meaning. He blesses Abraham in the name of the Most High God. And then something shocking happens. Abraham gives Melchizedek a tenth of everything he owns. Think about that. Abraham does not demand a blessing. He does not argue. He honors Melchizedek. Why would the father of nations bow to a man we know almost nothing about? What did Abraham see that we don't? Melchizedek was also the king of Salem, a name that comes from the word peace. Salem later became Jerusalem, one of the most important cities in history. This makes Melchizedek both a king and a priest at the same time, two roles almost never combined. Kings ruled with power. Priests served with holiness. But Melchizedek did both quietly, without armies or temples. And then, he disappeared. No stories of his rule. No description of his death. No record of his family. Just silence. For hundreds of years, that silence lingered. People remembered his name but didn't understand it. Until one day, his name appeared again, this time in the book of Psalms. A powerful promise was spoken: you are a priest forever, in the order of Melchizedek, forever. That single word changed everything. How could a priest be forever when priests grow old and die forever? Why mention Melchizedek again after so long? This was not a coincidence. It was a clue. Much later, in the New Testament, the mystery deepens. The book of Hebrews explains that Melchizedek had no recorded beginning and no recorded end. This does not mean he was not human. It means his story was written this way on purpose. His life was not meant to be the focus. His meaning was. Suddenly, everything connects. Jesus is described as a priest, but not from the usual priestly family. Instead, he is called a priest in the order of Melchizedek. Not a priest who serves for a short time. Not a priest who needs to offer sacrifice again and again. But a priest whose work lasts forever. Now the pieces fall into place. The bread and wine Melchizedek brought to Abraham were not random. The blessing was not ordinary. The silence was not empty. Melchizedek becomes a shadow, a preview of something greater to come. A sign pointing toward a priest-king who would bring peace, forgiveness, and hope to the world. But then, the mystery grows even bigger. Ancient writings outside the Bible talk about Melchizedek in strange and powerful ways. Some describe him as a heavenly judge, others as a teacher of justice. Some even believe he was an angel sent from God. These ideas spread because people sensed that Melchizedek stood at the edge of something divine. Why did one short appearance inspire so much thought? Because Melchizedek represents something humans have always longed for: a leader who is powerful but kind, a ruler who is just, not cruel, a priest who blesses instead of controls. And here is the hidden payoff of his story. Melchizedek reminds us that the greatest truths do not always come with noise. They don't always stay long. Sometimes they appear quietly, change everything, and then step back into silence. His story teaches us that real authority is not about force. It is about righteousness. Real leadership is not about fear. It is about peace. Even today, his name still whispers through history, asking us a question that matters just as much now as it did thousands of years ago. What kind of world would we have if power and goodness always walked together? Melchizedek appeared for only a moment, but his legacy stretches across time, linking ancient faith, deep mystery, and lasting hope. And maybe that is why his story has no beginning and no end. If this story opened your mind and stirred your curiosity, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep and simple history stories. And don't forget to watch the next video, because the next mystery may reveal something even more powerful.